three-step process that a covert mother can use to guarantee that the scapegoat of the family enters school. You know, everyone enters school usually between like 3.5 and 5. You know, you don't have to go to preschool or kindergarten, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, three-step process to just guarantee that this individual has deep psychological wounds by the time they enter school that will then cause, dysfunctional relationships in the school and making friends and so on and so forth, and pretty much guarantees. So just within a few years, that covert mother can guarantee that that scapegoat is psychologically off for the rest of their life. Number one, triangulate the father against the child. And so if you have a golden child, that child's gonna see, my father seems to have some affection for my sibling. They engage in conversations, they laugh together. Yet with me, he won't even look at me, have eye contact, much less a conversation. I mean, he will have eye contact, but it's always like this, I am important, I do this, I do that, and that's all this scapegoat child gets. Number two, support the sibling abusing the child. So the sibling can be in the back of the car for an hour-long drive and abusing the scapegoat, the younger sibling or the older sibling, the entire time. And the parents don't say anything. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, neglect the child. So totally, when the covert mother's alone with the child, there's no interaction. Go play with your toys. Go play with your toys. Leave me alone. Go play with your toys. And what that does is, a child needs nurturing in order to feel safe and to feel loved. So it's a very, very clear message that if there's no nurturing going on, the child doesn't feel safe and doesn't feel loved, doesn't feel worthy of love. So it's even deeper than not feeling love. It's not feeling worthy of any love. So by the time the child enters school, they're already totally off base. They don't feel worthy of love. They have trust issues because they're so used to the brother or the sister, the sibling abusing them, the golden child. And so one, they don't trust anyone. Two, they don't feel worthy of positive affection or positive interactions. And so this can cause that child to be violent. In my case, corporal punishment was used, and getting pummeled by your older golden child sibling. You can be violent, and you can be antisocial. You cannot trust anyone to form any kind of real bonding or solid relationships. And what does that do? That fully compounds those psychological scars that were given to you at age 2, 3, 4, all those years before you entered school. So there you have it in a nutshell. And that's kind of what the covert mother wants of the scapegoat child. Because if the scapegoat child ends up getting bad grades, ends up as a teenager maybe abusing drugs, being antisocial, maybe getting kicked out of a couple schools for getting in fist fights, that's exactly what the covert mother wants, because then she can look at all the people and say, I try so hard. I love my boy so much, but I just don't know what happened. I don't know where we went wrong. I'm sorry. And then she can get sympathy, right? So they're always the victim or the hero. And in this case, they can really get a lot of sympathy through that victimhood title. Yeah. So there you have it. There's that's pure evil. I can't think of really much more of a better example of a mother doing that to her own flesh and blood, right? And then that scapegoat child grows up. Everyone refers to, "Oh, it's nothing compared to the love of a mother," and you'll hear expressions like this. And, Mother's Day is supposed to be a big time where you really, really go out and spend a lot of money, or as a child, you make arts and crafts. You can't wait to give them to your mom, and you feel, so there's always then this, and then covert mothers always have that dual personality, one for at home alone with you, and the other out socially in front of people. So that's even a form of gaslighting, because you're always kind of wondering, which is my mother? That one that I'm at home alone with, that has no love, nothing positive with me? Or is it the mother out here in society where everyone loves her? And then your whole life, you start hearing about how wonderful your mother is. So that's a form of gaslighting. Anyways, if you've experienced anything like this, or if this benefited you at all, hit like, consider subscribing, share this video, and I'll talk to you later.